Welcome, everyone, and thank you for tuning in and having an opportunity to take a look at what I and the colleagues who have joined me tonight have discovered to be an inspired approach to life. So I'm Barbara Joseph from Central Maine, and I've got Suzanne Steele from New Hampshire, Angie Patino and Bob Stallalonis from Southern Maine joining me, Lori Jones from South Carolina, and Ann Brienza from New Hampshire. So we would like to share with you what we have discovered. And it really gives us an advantage, just a superior position to have more energy, more freedom, and more influence to make a difference in the world. So what would it feel like if you could have more vitality, strengthen your finances, and be connected to create meaningful change in the world? I believe that's what everybody wants. But Ann's going to tell us a little bit what really happens. So you need to unmute yourself, Ann.
Thank you, Barbara. We all have lifestyle challenges that we have to meet on a daily basis that keeps us up sometimes at night, way past when we should be asleep. Ideas of daily responsibility, and those little tiny responsibilities tend to mount up and cause what we call stress, which can lead to sickness and health problems.
Great. Do you want to take this slide as well, Ann?
Sure. So we face not only our own personal challenges, but environmental extenuating challenges that surround us and impact our life on an everyday basis, from environmental issues that are in our water, in our air, within our own home. Of course, we have the wonders of technology, but also can impact us in a negative way as far as negative energies. And then, of course, there's always the unnutritious food and substances, aside from our water, which is our main sustenance of liquid and fluids. So all of these environmental toxins have an impact as well as our personal challenges.
Very well stated. And what happens is a little bit here and there adds up and creates what we call a body burden. And that develops into a variety of health challenges that really run a full gamut. And what's really challenging is that these conditions affect every single generation, from newborn, teenagers, and into the elderly. Ann?
So what happens is that we have what's called a ripple effect. All of these small daily stresses that are around us tend to create one enormous impact on us, which also is a good thing as far as change, because when these small little things that we can affect or change can cause a positive ripple effect upon the world, so that the changes will be more beneficial to us, each little tiny change that we make every day.
Wonderful. So becoming aware and taking action, and personally, and then how it ripples out into the greater world. And Suzanne, how did this all start? A man with a mission.
It did. It started with a man with a mission. His name is Mr. Isama Masuda, and he gave us this incredible philosophy called the 5 Pillars of Health. It's whatever your spiritual beliefs, they're your core, but we should be striving to have balance in these other 5 areas, having peace of mind, having a body that's vibrant and full of energy, being able to take time and spend time with your family and have great relationships, being able to have time and finances to reach out and impact society in positive ways, and of course to have those finances to do all of those things.
Wonderful. So Angie, could you give us a little information about the Nikken Health Advantage?
Yes. The beauty of Nikken Health Advantage is that Mr. Masuda, as Suzanne just said, created this vision, and with the study of all that he had done, basically technologies came available that replicate nature, because we need all of those wonderful things for our bodies to be sustained. We need the natural environment. We need the holistic solution. And it's all about creating an environment to increase the quality of life that he so desired for all of us.
Wonderful.
And so the essential energies is obviously, as you can see here, our body has energies, and nature, it's bringing, the technologies are bringing nature into our home. So as you can see, the Earth's magnetic energy reflects our own energy. We need the beauty of the sun and the light, the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, and all of that helps create the necessities of life.
That's great. So Lori, if you'll unmute, I'd love for you to share a little bit about Wellness Home and some stories that you might have to share with us. Are you there, Lori? Can you unmute? Okay.
She looks like she's frozen.
Okay. So how about Anne? Would you like to step in?
Sure. What Nikken has done is brought nature from the outside in. So it's created more of a greenhouse or a cocoon effect with all of the essential energies that nature provides in nature. Nikken provides inside, between giving us water, clean water, purified, remineralized water, a restful sleep, so that it's like having the energies of the earth inside our home, clean air to keep ourselves within our home environment and toxic outgases that may permeate our air. Nikken has provided air and basically organic-based whole food nutritions that help replenish the inside of our bodies as well, using magnetic energy throughout our homes and also giving us products that we can wear, sit, even when we leave our homes, to create a greenhouse effect to optimize our growth and restore our energies.
And you know, I have to say that I had a period of time where I was challenged because of environmental toxins, and I was definitely drooping like that plant. And living in my wellness home, I have recovered and I have energy and vitality, and I suspect that others on the call feel the same way. So Bob, would you like to start sharing with us about some of the economic challenges that we have?
Yes, you know, back in 2008, when we had that significant downturn, it really changed things on a permanent basis. So many corporations really kind of pulled in their horns. They did major staff reductions, and even when they rehire, they're hiring a lot of people part-time, not providing benefits. There's just a lot less security in the workforce subsequent to that event. And many people find themselves in a situation where they're going to need multiple careers over their life. This idea of one or two employers over a lifetime is something of the past. And also in that downturn, many people's retirement funds were adversely impacted as well. So there's a concern over, do I have enough funding for retirement? And many people who are employed are still really not satisfied. You know, surveys indicate 75% of the workforce really is not happy or really feeling rewarded. And in addition to that, with all that economic downturn, many people, if you look on the right-hand side, whether it's healthcare, education, retirement, or just the cost of living and taxes, either you as an individual or people you know are adversely impacted and have significant concerns over all of this. So there's definitely some economic challenges in the last decade or so. But there's hope. The gig economy, which is really from musicians who were doing freelance work. You know, they had regular employment, and then they'd work nights as entertainers to supplement their income. So that basic concept has really caught on. With Airbnb, Uber, they're good examples of technology providing new opportunities for people. And Nikken has that same opportunity to leverage it so that you can communicate with potential customers, to utilize the tremendous Nikken technology and augment your income. If you look over in the left, that cash flow quadrant, again, the employee quadrant has been pretty shaky over the last decade or so, and even self-employment can be tough. But being your own business owner and running your own business with a lot of collaboration and assistance, which is available to you with Nikken, provides a wonderful opportunity for people to do that.
And that's great, because the old way of doing business and investing isn't really something that most people could afford to do. But we're going to look at a new way. So Suzanne, thank you, Bob.
So Nikken does have 3 business models, as you see on the screen. We have the retail model, the franchise, and the network. And people can move back and forth amongst these 3 models depending on where they are in their life. And it is simple, focused, and very easy to follow. In the retail model, you offer solutions that can help people feel better, live more active life. And you're gathering customers, and you can earn additional income. The franchise model, as this shows, you're offering solutions and mentoring others and creating a team. And this is how you start to leverage your income and time through this team. And then the third model is a bigger global vision of creating a cause and partnering with people who really see things in a different way. They're more entrepreneurial, and they're looking for that time freedom, that wealth that doesn't happen in being an employee or owning your own business. So there are some advantages to these models that I just shared with you. There's definitely the tax benefits, especially at this time of the year as we close out the year. There are ways to be able to reduce what you're giving to the government. There's very no risk, low entry cost to get started, and it does easily integrate into your life. It does allow you to leverage time, because as your team grows, you have more than just your own efforts getting put into your business. And the last bullet on the right, scalability, no limits, that really speaks to me. Coming from the corporate world, there was no way I was going to become the CEO of the company. In fact, it was so unlikely that one day I came in and they said, we don't need you anymore. So in this business, you have control, you have no limits. It's only between your 2 ears is where you're limited.
That was wonderful, Suzanne. And we just want to comment on how easily it does integrate into life, because people are really interested to have options in all the areas that we're talking about. And it's just an invitation, because we have something of such value. So Anne, why don't you talk a little bit about the rewarding benefits that we have as we help others?
Well, one thing for sure is that everyone feels better when they have a purpose, when their life means something. And Isama Masuda's purpose was to create world peace through world health, which is certainly, for me, speaks to me as a child of the 60s, peace, love, and what can I do about it? So you can really make a difference by showing people that they have a choice to be healthy by choice, not by chance. It helps, the company offers programs that help you grow personally. We develop friendships, just like our colleagues that are on the line tonight. We can help each other, inspire each other. There certainly is a freedom of time to basically share Nikken through your own lifestyle, the way you live, and it gives you the freedom to create a business as big or as small. One very rewarding thing that the company does is it gives scholarships to children of certain ranks that are going to college that need extra help. We know 3 people personally, one of which had her whole medical school paid for by Nikken Corporate. It also helps people get a little bit of financial independence depending on how great they want to grow their business. So it's basically all of us helping each other for a worthy cause of world health and world peace.
Yes, and it definitely is exciting and inspiring. So every day, each one of us gets to make a choice on what we do, how we live our life, and those become habits. So our invitation to you is to be on an upward swing, a human being more at the top of your game, physically, mentally, with your time, rather than being a human being under stress. And we have definitely got solutions for that. So everyone gets to have a choice. We have discovered something, and we call it an inspired approach to life. People can live it. Start living it right now by becoming a customer, which is free and no obligations, and has a wonderful online e-commerce with lots of information, and of course a whole community of people to help you answer your questions. And also you can start to share it, and when you do that, you've got a part-time gig. And as you choose to collaborate more in partnership, we welcome you into our community as being part of a worthy cause on a global mission to make a difference. And the difference is in all of these 5 key areas. So I invite you to take a look and ask yourself if you are living a life in balance. Do you have that peace of mind? Do you have that healthy body that Suzanne was talking about? Can you do what you want, when you want, with your family? Do you have the finances to live comfortably and to contribute to society? So we'd love to have you get back to the person who shared this with you, get your questions answered, and as we did, discover it, live it, and now we're sharing it. So thank you for joining us tonight.